So here we are in World, in Second Life, above New Earth Star Sanctuary in the Forest House area on a platform. I have created this very simple labyrinth that has the symbology to interface with the more complex labyrinth in the city of Seraphim in the inner earth. So I'm going to show you a little bit about it. Of course, obviously we have a griffin here. He's not a big, large, impressive statue, just a little guy. If I come across a better one, I'll put him in. But right now, this is what I could find. But he's pretty sweet, and he is the guardian. Then over here is the water. It's flowing, in this case, through a little fishy. And I don't know exactly how the real one looks, but I'm sure it's more impressive than this. And you can drink out of it and wash your hands and face in the water there. Just dab the water on your hands and face. Basically, it's symbolic more than anything else. So then we have the labyrinth path. And of course, in the real one, there's 5 different paths to choose, and they don't look like this exactly. But this is the traditional labyrinth, and it will interface with the one in the inner earth, the multiple one. And at the center, here's my avatar sitting on her butterfly throne. Now, this is my own little invention here, but it was, I feel it was guided by Thoth as well. It was kind of one of those, how shall we create this for an interface? And I just felt butterflies, and Thoth went with it. So that's what we did. There are butterflies in the inner earth. In fact, there are a lot of butterflies, and they're very large. Many of them are, not all of them. And they have a special essence about them. Many years ago, I was told that butterflies had a very special essence, and they were one of the few insects that would go with us into the new earth. And another channel years ago said that as well, a famous one. It wasn't Edgar Cayce. His name has completely left my mind, which is weird because it shouldn't have. But anyway, so butterflies, that's what I felt like. And I felt Thoth was smiling at that, so we included them. Now, in front of her here is a dragon egg. Ta-da! And this represents the nodospheres that we call dragon eggs, which we actually had made under under Sage. Sage had them made, Sacred Academy of Global Evolution. And we only have a few because they're kind of expensive to make. But they were made under Thoth's guidance to connect us to the inner earth flame in a specific way. So that's represented here. It represents more than just the nodospheres we created, but the actual nodes of the planet that the TZO electric field integrates with. So it's sort of an integration with integration with integration. But it's very key to the process. So I decided to put a nodus node egg here. Then, of course, we have the Earth behind us and the Moon in front of us. For this particular scenario, kind of a balanced state, yin-yang. Well, Sun, Moon would be yin-yang, but the Earth is our mother, so we're putting her on the other side of the Moon here. Obviously, the Sun is a major player, but I have no place for him in this particular scenario. So this is our setup, and when we do the short videos, I will be giving you a keynote signal, and we'll work with that together in the 5 or 6 minute video. When you're on your own, when you do it each day, I would like to be able to give you an oracle tool, but I don't have one available. Even the ones in the portal are going to be useless soon because the flash player thing will no longer work by some particular, I think it's December of this year or something. I have to find another way to do my oracles. But for right now, I can't share an oracle with you unless you're in world. If you're using this in world, some of you are, and intend to walk your avatar through the labyrinth, it will be very powerful to do that. You can tap on this device on the right, the under the water bowl. It is an oracle tool, and I put inside it my oracle statements. So you will be receiving those before you walk the labyrinth. If you aren't in world, well, then you'll have to, either you just receive it through your own consciousness, or you can go to an oracle tool. You can go to your own tarot cards or your goddess cards or whatever, and choose a card that gives you that signal. It's kind of like Ho'oponopono, because you take it upon yourself. It's your own, you're looking at yourself as the vessel for forgiveness, for love, for expression. And as you do that, you heal the world. So it's the same process as that. It's the same keynote as that. Then also you will have your guardian animal. You call upon your guardian. It can be the same animal every time, or maybe a different one comes each time, however that works for you. That moves you through the process. You can also Om. I would suggest just doing an Om as you move through the process. That you create you create your own process for this. Not the one we're doing together in virtual, but the one you do every day or whenever on your own. But I'm suggesting some of the elements that you can use to interface so that it will be more connected to the Inner Earth Seraphim Labyrinth and what they're doing there. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to share with you on that. Of course, on this stand here, we have the 4 directions with the sacred violet flame. Is very often associated with Saint Germain, but it's also, according to Thoth, the Michael mandate. The mandate of Lord Michael is given through the violet flame. So, and Thoth operates under Lord Michael, or Michael. I guess that is all I need to share with you here. The stones, I created as best I could to represent the coloring and the energy of the crystalline pathway. It's primitive compared to what it really is, of course, but it looks okay, and I feel it gives a kind of an energy of it. So this is the end of our intro, and the next video I'm going to be doing here will be the first one of the actual process itself.